Welcome everyone to the Identity Crisis Podcast. I'm your host Dylan George.
And I'm his host Sean O'Neill.
Mr. Crackety Jones over here.
Finally, it felt so good. What the hell?
We're so excited when you fucking cracked your neck. You're like, you were so needlessly excited.
Dude, I haven't been able to crack my neck in so long.
Warning for anyone that probably hates cracking. I know, but I hold on. It wasn't as much as I usually do. Jeez. But I can crack like everything.
Dude, it's so like fucking scary because we were on a trip to fucking Michigan and I just see this motherfucker go. I'm like, what the fuck?
I do just kind of randomly go. And
like,
if it's been a while, it's a lot. It sounds like I just fucking broke my neck.
Yeah, I'm like,
and everyone's like, what the hell?
Bro, stop. Bro, calm down.
Stop. Yeah, and I also can like do my knee.
Yeah.
Like, and it's literally just like I take my knee and I go whack. I just like whack it back, and then it just makes the whole kind of sound. And he's like, "What the hell was that?"
Dude,
just stand around cracking my everything.
My boss gets mad at me because I can like dislocate my ring finger, and I'll sit there at work and I'll just start dislocating it, and she'll just look at me and go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just dislocating."
That's what I say, man. That's what I say. If half jointed could be a thing, I am it. Yo, says the great Uke. New Assassin's Creed game of the year. Yeah, so today, this morning, this afternoon, I don't know. You pick. You decide. We're talking about our most anticipated games of this year, which is very directly tied with everything with the consoles because PlayStation had their thing this week. Ugh.
Wednesday.
Yeah, this Wednesday. Jesus. And they had their thing, which didn't really show much. There was a couple new things. The main thing was just the price and the release date.
Yeah, there's new.
Which thank God it wasn't.
3 new games, I want to say. And then
it
was new footage of games. That was about it.
Basically. It was mostly just new footage.
Well, I would say there was new footage of 3 new games, but 4 announcements of new titles.
Yeah.
That's about it.
He's super quiet? Oh. Hold on, let me turn Johnny Boy up. Speak, you heathen.
Hello.
Speak again.
Hello.
That should be better.
Okay. Talk, Sean. Don't tell me what to do.
I'll tell you.
I might get attached.
Much better? Okay, cool. I guess I had the gain down on him. But I mean, we won't talk about that too much. Basically, I'll just give our little thing. I thought it was kind of lame. I think the best announcement to come from that was that PlayStation Plus is getting their own mini Game Pass.
Well, that was definitely good.
That was the best thing I think I saw. But I don't know, man. There was just no new things, really. All the gameplay looked nice. Thank God that the PlayStation is, the base is 500. It was a 4 out of 5. I don't think it was that
I'm
good.
letting him give his spiel, then I'll give mine.
I think it was like a 3, a hard 3. Out of 5. But I mean, all the stuff looked good. It's just stuff we already knew. And then there was kind of like, who fucking cares about Fortnite? Of course it's coming on.
Yeah.
And also, why did they not tell us what games were being released on the day of? Why did they not tell us anything about pre-orders? It was not great. I thought it was okay.
I'm with you on this one. I think 4 out of 5.
Really?
I think it was actually really good with all the stuff they showed. Because it generated enough hype. But I would say that lacking point was where they just failed to inform.
Yeah, there was just a lot of things that we just didn't know.
Yeah. That was, I don't know why they didn't do that, but I was like, whatever. But some of the new games coming out, I was like, holy shit, dude.
The Hogwarts thing looks fine. The Final Fantasy looks good. I don't really care about God of War because I haven't played the first one. He freaked out.
I screamed. As soon as I saw it, I was like, and it was over for. I was like, yeah, okay, dude.
The Final Fantasy looked pretty good though.
Final Fantasy looked amazing. It looked like Final Fantasy mixed with Witcher.
I did not lie to you, Uke. I said there was barely anything new. Most of it was just new footage of things we'd already known.
Yeah, yeah, because you went Final Fantasy, and then you got the new FNAF, and then you got the Hogwarts.
The FNAF one was the funniest one, in my opinion.
Dude, FNAF was weird. I was like,
That one, I thought it was funny. Though I will admit, it kind of looked good. Like, if it's free roam, then all right. I might actually give a damn about a FNAF game.
It's almost like a, what is it? Dead Rising, where you're running throughout a mall trying to escape animatronics. I'm kind of down for it. But that's like the only way I would play it.
Imagine. Best thing was the new Demon Souls gameplay. Oh, yeah. I saw. It looked good.
I'm hyped for it.
I was most impressed after the presentation where someone did the 4K 60 FPS. Yeah, it looked good. What I was most impressed by was like the load times.
Yeah.
Like someone did a side-by-side comparison of the first one, which, was on PlayStation 3, so of course it would have big load times. But
by the way,
having like none on the PlayStation 5 was pretty impressive.
By the way, the only reason he's giving it a 3 out of 5 is because there was no Ratchet and Clank information. That's like the only reason.
No.
Yes.
No.
Dude, if Ratchet and Clank had made an appearance, you'd be like 4 out of 5.
No,
easy.
I was mad because it's not a launch date. That's what launch game. It's not even a launch window. We don't know when it's coming out. I'm angry.
And no
Knack 3.
That's true.
What the fuck?
Still mad about it.
It was awful. But yeah, I still think it was good. I just was a little bit disappointed by it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say 3 out of 5. But
yeah, no, that's fair.
And we're not even really going to talk about the pre-order debacle that's been going on.
That was stupid.
Basically, retailers kind of fucked up. And then PlayStation didn't really mitigate it.
Yeah.
Retailers started releasing the pre-orders early, and it was just, ugh. If they had shown the console price release date and all these games in one show, it would have been a 5 out of 5. Yeah. We needed more. Oh, you think it was the plan before COVID? I could see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say how much PlayStation changed their ideas since COVID, because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that it wasn't that much different because they weren't planning on going to E3.
I feel like it was a bunch of scrambled information. I think that's what hurt them. It wasn't like, hey everybody, like let's talk this out. It was kind of like, all right, send this in when you have the idea down or some shit, or when you have everything. So it was very scrambled and put together, but like. It had most of the information it needed, but it wasn't spot on to what they usually do.
Yeah, I just hope they not many of those games get delayed. That's my big worry, because a lot of them are slated for holiday.
Yeah.
Well, I guess half and half was 2021 in holiday, but I mean, holiday is not much long after the November 12th when the PlayStation 5 comes out.
Well, a lot of games are like doing November shit, and like. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
When did God of War the first one came out in 2018? Right? It's not gonna. I don't think it would say on there.
2017.
No. No, he said 18.
Is it? Oh.
I'll look it up. But
the statue says 17. That's all I know.
Still, 3 or 4 years. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know how long the first one took to develop.
Yeah, I mean,
I
can't remember if they said they like started working on development as soon as like the new God of War was well received. If they were
it was 2018. Huh. I don't know why that says 2017.
That's weird.
Must have been just made then.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Jumping consoles and the resolution bump is very impactful. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do about Cyberpunk.
What do you mean?
Because I have it pre-ordered for PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. And they've said that it's going to be a free upgrade to PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, okay, how's that free upgrade going to work?
I don't know, actually. I haven't looked. I'm not really following any games that have the free upgrade.
Yeah.
Because, like, if anything, it'll be like I'm playing Destiny 2 on my PC or on the Xbox cloud. So. Right. I don't know how any of those work, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, I understand if, like, if it's like you just plug in the PlayStation 4 disc into the PlayStation 5, and it's like, hey, would you like to download this version for this? And I'm like,
yeah, maybe.
I'm like, cool, works for me. Or is it like, hey, we saw on your PlayStation 4 that you're playing Cyberpunk. Mm-hmm. Do you want to move it to your PlayStation 5? Or here's, like, the free download for it as long as you've had it.
Yeah, I have no clue how it's going to work.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've said, one of them have said somewhere. So I'm assuming it'd be pretty similar. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just you stick in the disc, because we know that, at least with PlayStation 5, most of the I think it's an upgrade disc to the
DLC.
or DLC to the PS4 version. I'm gonna assume you meant PS5, but probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you just stick it in the PlayStation 5 console, because I know that like they've said that the PlayStation 5 can recognize quote unquote 99% of PlayStation 4 games, like backwards compatibility. Like put the disc in it and it upgrades it. Yeah, that's my guess as to what it would do.
I'm hoping you put the disc in and it kind of does like a digital download type thing, so you don't have to like keep using the PlayStation 4 disc. But I don't know. I'll have to see how
All
it
that
works
means
out.
is that you're gonna have to you're putting in the disc and you're still gonna have to do a lot of downloads.
Yeah, I know. That's true. I mean, shit. No game is stored on the disc anymore.
I will take all of the bandwidth.
No game is
You will never play
stored on the fucking disc, and it's stupid.
How much did they say, or how big did they say Cyberpunk was? 70 gigs?
Probably.
I think they said 70 gigabytes, which is impressive for the size that they've made it, like the scope that they've introducced. Which even says more to fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah,
than
I know.
110 gigabytes or whatever.
I don't understand what they're doing.
I mean, it's a big. I don't doubt that it's big, but if fucking Cyberpunk can make it 70,
yeah.
does Cyberpunk have multiplayer? I can't remember. Like online multiplayer? Okay, then maybe that makes more sense.
As far as I know, they haven't talked about it at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if they add something.
I would say there would probably be like a GTA heist type deal, you know?
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Where
talking about.
you do like a mission with somebody, but it's not gonna be like open world with other people.
I gotcha.
I feel like that'd just be way too chaotic.
Probably.
I mean, that's like Saints Row super multiplayer.
That's just GTA 5 online.
Pretty much. Yeah.
The horrors that are GTA 5 online.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I mean, that's still my 2020 most anticipated game.
Well, that's a good segue. So talk about that. That's easily your most anticipated game.
Exactly.
I feel like it's also been your most anticipated game of 2019, 2018, 2017.
All the years I've been scarred. Yeah. No. I've been hurt by this game, and I was crying because it was supposed to come out April 16th, and I'm like, yes, it's like quarantine's about to happen. I'll have something to play during it, and then it's like, fuck you, pushing it back to September. I'm like, bro. I'm like,
the same day that Destiny 2 Beyond Light comes out, or like a couple days after.
And then it was like, we're gonna hit you with another combo. Back to November 19th, and you're like,
stop pushing it.
You're like, okay, at least I can play Destiny for a couple, like a month or so, and then it's like, no.
Destiny was first, actually. Destiny moved theirs to November 1st, then Cyberpunk did. And I remember I'm pretty sure it was.
Cyberpunk moved theirs first. And
did they?
Yeah, because then I was like, oh, shit, cool, I'll be able to play Destiny for a bit. And then they're like, no.
Oh, okay. But I do remember texting you being like, like, you just can't get a break, can
Dude,
you?
Well, I was saddened by it getting pushed back, but then I was like, oh, okay, well, cool, I can play Destiny. And then Destiny got pushed back. I'm like, what the fuck?
To be fair, Witcher 3 was delayed about as many times. Was it really?
Yeah,
I believe it. I mean, I know that CD Projekt Red is very much like it's fucking ready when it's ready.
Yeah,
know?
that's literally their quote. It's ready when it's ready. And I mean, I kind of liked it that way because it's like, all right, I'd rather have a good game, like, eventually than some rush piece of garbage.
I mean, frankly,
Anthem.
Well, that game was in development for like 8 years.
Yeah.
But at the very least, like it's impressive that they've been able to keep up the hype throughout all of that.
It has had a very supporting community.
You'd rather have Cyberpunk instead of Avengers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. The community is really helpful.
To interject real quick, did you see the most recent Avengers patch? It literally is fixing 1,000 issues, over 1,000 issues, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Jesus Christ! Speaking of fresh garbage. Oh Lord. But I don't know. The community is really helpful with that one because even like the community is like, they've been like, all right, we don't want any more pushbacks, but we understand because they recently on their Discord, I'll have to see if I can find it. They did like a comparison photo of where they were in 2019 to 2020, and it is completely different.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
because I mean, 2020 by then you could probably start developing for the next gen.
Yeah.
2019 not as much.
It has been like the prettiest like upgrade. I mean, you're looking at like a Fallout like type looking deal compared to a movie, and it's the comparison's great because it looks like somebody made like a noir film and then just put it with like a Avatar like 4K everything.
So I gotta ask, you've been excited for this for again a while. Why? What draws you to this game so much?
I like the full-on customizability. I like the idea of being able to like literally from scratch, like you create your character and what.
Like bottom to top,
Yeah.
dick and all.
Yeah, pretty much. They have 5 different types of
Pubic hair, right?
pubic hair. Yeah. I'm all about it.
The developer and the aesthetic.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much. Their past history has really like set a high standard for games. That's why I'm kind of into it.
I really do need to play Witcher 3. I need to just steal yours after I get a Switch from whatever the fuck.
But then again, it's like there's so many. It has an infamous feel too, because what you do in the game matters. So if you like do missions good, you get more missions. If you do them badly, you get bad. Depending on what path you choose, depending on what options open up for you, like dialogue options. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're speaking my language, and it's like free roam and everything like that. I'm like, that's all I need in the game.
Cyberpunk games are few and far between, and good ones are even rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I can't really think of another like cyberpunk-esque game.
Right.
I mean,
it is a hard aesthetic to find.
The only one I can really, which just seems weird, you know? Like, I feel like that would be perfect, right?
It's so hard to do, mostly because it's so...
Deus Ex and Shadowrun are the only good ones. That's true.
It's just hard because it's so technology-based and light-based.
That's true.
Like, a lot of people don't want to render all that.
Well, hey, with ray tracing now, and like, as a norm.
I would say, if Cyberpunk does do really good like it's expected to, you're about to see a whole flurry of them.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the aesthetic. It's just, I just don't see it as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know why for that. It can't grasp me. I don't know why. Like, I remember seeing a couple trailers and I was like,
I really think it's because you haven't played Witcher 3 and you haven't played Infamous yet. I feel like if you played those two games, you'd be like, okay, I'm hyped for this.
It's possible. But actually, the ray tracing stuff is a game changer for that kind of Neon City vibe. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the crazy thing is, too, which I really like about Cyberpunk, is there's, I think, a clan called, like, the Nomads.
Okay.
That is all outside the city.
No.
And
it's like... I didn't know there was more than the city.
Yeah. And so pretty much you can go into the city as a nomad, yeah, but you're literally like a country hick, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And that idea to me was like, have you read Neuromancer? No, but that seems like a cool title, and I would definitely check that out.
Neuromancer.
Hold on, I'm taking a screenshot.
Okay. Find out later.
I will read it and I'll get back to you. But I don't know. I'm really excited for that game. You need to read that before. Okay, I'll read that.
You've got.
I have
like a month and a half.
I have a flight coming up.
Well, yeah, good point. You do have a flight.
So between playing Hades on my Switch on the flight, I'll be reading.
That's true. You will be doing both of those.
Yeah, as soon as they were like, hey, Hades is out on Switch, I'm like, you got that right. Just in time for that flight to come around. I'm like, hell
true.
Yeah.
You will never stop playing Hades.
Dude, Hades is just my favorite roguelike. I love it so much.
It's very aesthetically pleasing. I can say that.
It is
It's very pretty.
It's very pleasing. I love the idea how they merge like power-ups with gods and everything, and how there's like their blessings. I'm like, oh,
your blessing.
I'm about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, Supergiant's just great in general.
What else have they made?
They made fuck, what is it called?
I don't know.
You will be able to tell you before I can.
Probably. But yeah, I know they've been pretty. People like them a lot. Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion was.
Is that another roguelike?
Yeah.
Transistor. Pyre.
Damn, Yuke, I'm getting there.
He got them all.
Yeah.
Are those all roguelikes?
They
kind of sound like.
I'm pretty sure most of them, or all of them.
I got you, fam. Says you.
Yeah, there's. Wait.
Oh, none of them are.
What? I thought Bastion was. No, Bastion's weird.
I have no idea. I've never played a Supergiant.
I haven't played Transistor or Pyre, but I played Bastion.
I think I've heard of Bastion.
We've heard of Bastion because you scammed your friend into getting it for me. Do you remember that?
That's right.
Yeah.
I did. I forgot about that. I did.
That was funny.
But yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people like them and a lot of people trust them. They're isometric action games. Huh. Sounds interesting.
You could look on my
with a set story and path.
You could literally check out my Steam and say maybe 3 minutes of that game played.
Yeah. I also have like a thing where indie games have a really hard time getting my attention. I know they're not indie. We'll get there. You watch it. Like just indie games in general have a hard time grasping me. Which kind of is a bad thing, even though I know there's a lot of good ones like Ori and all those are like Ori, Hollow Knight. Those are two really good games
really fucking
that I
good.
just like. I know they're good because not many people have talked about them. Or they kind of came out of nowhere, but I don't know, just for some reason.
Ori isn't an indie.
It isn't? I don't know who is it made by then? All I've heard is are they an Xbox game studio?
It's funded by Microsoft.
Not originally, was it though? I don't know.
It's made by Moon Studio.
Oh, okay. Either way, just like those kind of smaller games, I have a hard time like getting excited for.
It really has to catch my eye. I mean, I probably won't play Ori. Ori just doesn't interest me as much. I mean, not to say it's not a good-looking game. It's just that's not my style.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but like Hollow Knight has caught my interest, and I'm like probably gonna do a playthrough of that eventually.
Yeah.
Mostly because I really like the aesthetic of that game, and like the action's fun. So, but
yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to actually get into those.
But yeah, what's your most anticipated game?
It's Ratchet and Clank. It's so good.
Weeb.
What? How's that weep? I feel like yours is more weeb than mine, considering they're making an anime out of it.
That came after the fact.
So it started that way, but Microsoft got involved. Oh, okay, I gotcha. But yeah, mine is definitely Ratchet and Clank, man. I literally the only game that I really played on PlayStation was Ratchet and Clank and Crash Team Racing. But I played like every Ratchet and Clank game I could get my hands on. So that's like I mostly played. They're so fun, man. Even though the early ones are kind of unfair, but so Moon is an indie developer funded by a large corporation. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but
yeah,
whatever. It's a weird middle ground. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank is totally my most anticipated game, just because I think it looks like it's using a lot of what the PlayStation 5 has like going for it with its like weird SSD that they keep kind of talking about, where it has like I don't even really understand. Do I like the OG Ratchet and Clank on PS2 or the PS4 remake and reboot? I like both of them. I could never beat the final boss on the first one.
Really?
Oh my god.
I beat it.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
He's
unfair.
I was really good at Ratchet and Clank as a kid.
That's impressive. I can never beat him because he literally is unfair, and I would always like.
I remember playing that
fall
game
for the floor.
Like I remember because we had the PlayStation 3, which I think the laser burnt out on my PlayStation 3, and as it did. So you couldn't read like any disc, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll go play the PlayStation 2, and I booted up Ratchet and Clank, and I went through and I beat it within like a month.
That's impressive.
And I was like, okay. Yeah,
I was never able to beat the final boss on the original, but the PS4 remake I think is fine. Like it's got all the elements in it of a Ratchet and Clank game that you just kind of need. Like it's got all the weird weapons, it's got all the unique levels, it's got like all the little collectibles. It's got just fun run and gun kind of things. It's solid. It's nothing like too over the top.
Yeah.
And I really don't think that the movie drags it down that much.
I forgot they made a movie.
That's what it is. It's a tie-in to the movie.
That's crazy.
Which was like my favorite video game movie, only because it was just okay, which was impressive for video game movies at the time.
For the time, yeah. But I was like, Detective Pikachu was
that was
really
before
good.
Detective Pikachu and Sonic. Those are both much better.
Sonic was barely okay.
I think it was better than Ratchet and Clank.
That's fair.
I
thought you were trying to say Sonic was better than Detective Pikachu. I'm like,
no, I think the best video game movie is Detective Pikachu, but even then I'm just like,
yeah.
But I think the movie is fine, and I don't think it really dragged the game down that much. Because they're not that closely related. It just kind of story beats are the same, which is already not that different than what the first game was about.
Right.
Just a little more simplified because kind of it was, I don't know how to describe the first one. The first one's kind of weird. But I mean, it's the remake is just okay. I'm a little disappointed that it was the only PS4 Ratchet and Clank game, because again, it was just okay. And I was a little disappointed because before all of those Ratchet and Clank games, we had like super small bite-sized ones. Like the one right before that was called Rift Apart, which was great, but it was like an hour long. It did not last at all. My guess was because they were working on Spider-Man at the time.
Probably.
So
Dude,
it's hard to say.
I was off topic, but you're saying like how there's like there's like only one PS4 title for that. I cried a little bit, man, because I realized I was like, fuck. I'm not getting a new Infamous game.
No.
And I'm like, I'm
Just
so
play
sad about
Ghost of Tsushima.
I mean, I will, but I'm still like, I want Infamous back. I was like, I really want that game.
Is that a game that's coming to that PlayStation Plus thing? Because that would be amazing.
Second Son is.
Oh, okay, Infamous is. I was about to say, if Ghost of Tsushima is coming to that PlayStation Plus, that's big.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is too new to come.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I say everything that looked like has been out a couple years, like God of War.
That's true.
Persona, The Last of Us Collector's Edition.
It was like remastered.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It's like the PlayStation 4 version.
It was their major titles that haven't been out within a year.
That's true. Yeah, and as long as they keep adding that, then that would be great.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm still excited for that. But anyways, I like the first one, the first Ratchet and Clank, and I like the remake. I think they're both good. Just the first one's a little unfair. But I mean, I'm excited for the new one because I think it actually looks like it's got a more of a story than just bare bones bullshit. Because I think as long as they take the like everything but the story from the remake and put it into this Rift Apart, and then actually wait, did I say Rift Apart for the last one? The bite-sized one?
Yeah.
I meant Into the Nexus. Rift Apart's the new one. I'm sorry. Into the Nexus was the one before the remake. That was really short. Rift Apart is the new one that's coming, and that one, as long as it has a better story and it's as the same as the remake, then that would be perfect.
I mean, do you think the new one's gonna be multiplayer?
Probably not. It's very rarely. I only think the first few Ratchet and Clank games had like multiplayer, like online multiplayer.
Yeah, I just noticed because they introduced the new girl character.
I think that's just gonna be a different playable character. I don't think it would have multiplayer, but I really can't say.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, or even so, it might be a couch thing. Sit behind you and be Clank and be like, bonk, no. do the puzzle. No. Wouldn't it be crazy, huh?
But I mean, I played most of the Ratchet and Clank games. I've played the first like 3. And then I played all of the Tools of Destruction one, or like what did they just? I can't remember what they called them. Ratchet and Clank Future, I think is what they're called actually. Whereas like Tools of Destruction, Pirate Booty or something like that. It's something weird. And then A Crack in Time. Those were so good. My favorite. You good?
Yeah, shutting.
I loved like those trilogies because they had like I've thought as like an 8-year-old kid, it had a really interesting story. And oh man, the last game there where there was like a second Lombax, and they were like trying to rewind time so they could get all the Lombaxes back. Dude, that was so cool. And then he sacrificed himself. It was so cool. Dude, I love those games. I think they're just fun, wacky, and really funny. So, and I think, yeah, Crack in Time. I think this Rift Apart looks great. I think it's utilizing the crazy PS4 thing where it can do like seamless transitions.
Yeah.
With those rifts where they can immediately load new worlds pretty quickly.
That's what I'm really excited
I think
about.
it just looks fun, man. Yeah. I'm really excited for that game.
That game does look good. I'll probably end up playing it too.
I'm very disappointed it's not a launch title because I thought it would be, because it looks like it's perfect for the PS4.
It's kind of funny. A lot of the launch titles are more suited towards me.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm like, because, I mean, Demon's Souls has been announced as a launch title, right?
Yeah.
Probably going to play that. Godfall, probably going to play that. Spider-Man, definitely going to play that.
I'm all for fun games. Why do people hate fun games so much? That's a good point, Yuke.
That is a That's a good point.
Though, Uke, Miles Morales is a launch title. How about that? You said it wouldn't happen. You were wrong.
Hey, that game looks fun as hell.
Oh, it does. I mean, it looks like Spider-Man, but with like enhanced, just like a little different. No, it's launch. It's launch day. It's not launch window. It comes out the day of launch. It was announced on Twitter, to be fair, but it's launch day. No, I'm almost certain it's launch day. I will double check, but I'm almost certain.
Yeah, so anyways, the new God of War game called Ragnarok, that's pretty cool, right? I can't wait for that one. Dude, I got so happy.
That's 2021.
I know it's 2021. I'm just saying, as happy as I am to see that game, if they don't do it right, I will be so sad. If they don't do,
Oh, I think they will. I think they've...
Yeah, no, I have, like, really high faith in them to do it right. And I'm just like, I need to know when that collector's edition is available for pre-order, because I'm going to get the next statue. And I'm going to have all of it. And we better see Freya come back. We better be able to fight Thor. Thor better be able to, like, just murder some people. Atreus better be able to do a bunch of shit, too, mostly because how the story ended. Ugh.
Okay, now I'm confused. So I just found the tweet where it says, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales will be launching on 11/12, which is when the oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, it says it's launching on November 12th and November 19th, because I was confused by that, but that's because it's initially launching in some countries on the 12th, and then all other countries on the 19th. So yeah, it's a launch day. Uke. Yeah, okay, no, I do not disagree. They said, Uke said, well, they said the holiday 2020 in the trailer, so if they announce it at launch day somewhere else, that's some old bullshit. That's what they all did. That was my biggest, like, pet peeve about the PlayStation Showcase.
It was because all discourse.
The only thing they said comes launch day is Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition and Fortnite.
I forgot about
that. Was it. And then everything else was released on Twitter or their PlayStation blog.
Dude, the Devil May Cry 5, I'm like, cool, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
It's cool.
And then it's like Fortnite. I'm like, we didn't need a segment for this.
No one needed this.
Yeah.
Who would expect otherwise?
Yeah, we expected this to be here. We didn't need that.
Dude, that game is hype as fuck. Which, DMC5? I'm excited for it. I'm tempted to switch from playing Persona 4 Golden next week, which we'll explain later, to DMC5. It looks so fucking fun. Yeah. And I got it on the Steam sale.
I'm probably going to play it too.
It looks so good.
Offhand, mostly because I just like the way the music works.
Dude, the music sounds so good.
Well, and then I love how it's like, if you're good at the game, the music gets better.
Yeah.
If you're bad at it, it's like no music.
It's one of those elusive fun games. They're not around much.
Oh.
But wasn't there like a review not long after it came out where like someone said the music sucks, but it's because they just were really bad at playing the game?
It was before the game came out. They're like, there's something like in this game, and the music just doesn't go with the battle style. And then like the developer put in a note that's like, music gets better if the combo increases. Yeah. And it's just like,
it was like,
oh. And you later saw the guy who made the review just take it down, and everybody's like, it is too late, dude.
Yeah, it's like that reviewer who couldn't get past a tutorial for Cuphead. Oh my god, dude, it's so bad.
That same thing happened to Dark Souls 3.
Really? I could believe that.
People could not get past the tutorial boss, and they're like, this game's way too hard, and everybody's like, we got past it in like
Dark Souls
3 tries.
Wait a minute, you're saying Dark Souls is hard? What?
Do you remember when I had to help Steven get past it?
I do. That was funny. Get good casual. Oh, what did you send me where like fucking Dark Souls replied to someone on Twitter where they're like, oh, solution, get good.
Yeah, they're like Dark Souls made something that's like, yeah, we did a couple fixes to like do such and such, make the game run a little bit better. And somebody was like, how about you make a fix so the game can be enjoyable? And then Dark Souls just holds up a thing that goes, get good, cash. And I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Dark Souls is crazy. I love them for it, though. I mean, I do love those games as much as they piss me off when you hit a wall. But getting past that wall is like...
I think that's what it's built off of. Is like, it's just... Like, at the moment you break that wall, it's satisfying and it feels good.
And I mean, it's great, too, because you can fight a boss as many times as you need without, really losing anything. You lose your currency, kind of, but that's about it. Yeah. But, I mean, it's so nice because you can keep going in there without really having to, run 30 minutes back and forth to get to the boss. And you can learn how it fights. And you can learn its weaknesses. And you're like, oh, this is better. And then, New Game Plus, everything's harder, but you kind of already know it. And then it just becomes like a trucking on. But I will say, there's a mod that I want to play for Dark Souls, I think 1. Somebody made
What is it?
Somebody made a roguelike mod for it.
How does that work?
They completely modded it. It was for a big streamer during a St. Jude the Pizza Witch mod. No. So if somebody was doing a St. Jude charity stream, so they asked a bunch of modders, like a ton of people, to make a like roguelike mod for it. And it is so
Really?
cool because like the enemy AIs have like different attacks. Bosses spawn randomly in different environments. Weapons have different attack modes and weapon art. It is so nice.
The Pizza Witch mod?
What is this?
That's the fuck? What, you just linked to something on YouTube. It's not loading.
Oh, it's loading for me.
What is it?
It's just, what if Dark Souls were made of pizza from
fuck?
Polygon?
Leave it to Polygon, I guess.
Thank you, you.
we'll watch that later.
Yeah. But if you want to see the roguelike mod, go watch Prod. He's a Twitch streamer, but he also does stuff on YouTube. And he's done a bunch of mod showcases. Like, he did the Ascended mod, which, you know, literally makes the game 5 times harder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
like,
fun.
Enemies have, like, 10 times their health. And I'm like, what?
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and there's, like, usually 4 bosses per boss room.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's, like, almost impossible. And he's beat them all. And just, like,
Jesus.
calm
That's
down,
impressive.
bro. Yeah.
I'm a masochist. I love pain.
Yeah, I'm all about this.
So I'm curious, do you have a most anticipated game that's coming to Xbox? Like just to Xbox? If you need, I can start because I know mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Psychonauts 2, which we don't know for sure if it's coming to PlayStation yet. But since Double Fine, the guys who make it, is now an Xbox game studio, it's probably only going to come to Xbox. But goddamn if I'm not excited for that game, man. I fucking love Psychonauts. So, do you know anything about Psychonauts?
No. I know Jack Black's in it now.
I don't know if he's in the first one. No, it was in dev before they got bought. Well, it's been in dev for a long time. So, I'm hoping it's coming to PlayStation. But anyway, it was revealed on the PlayStation or the Xbox showcase. So, plus I want to talk about it because the first one is great. It's basically about let's hope it comes to everything.
Hey, can you just put a list of all Xbox games coming out so I can decide?
Just
just copy paste in the chat.
I mean, I played the first Psychonauts on PC, I think. Yeah, I played it on PC. And it's like this. I think it came out in like late 2000s, but it's basically like you're this kid that goes to this like psychic camp where a bunch of like psychic teachers try to teach you how to learn psychic abilities.
Psychonauts, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
And you play as this one kid who's like kind of sort of a prodigy, but he's just like better at psychic stuff more than most people. And like slowly over time you find out that there's like someone's literally taking the brains from these kids there and trying to use like their psychic energy to like fuel shit.
You bought me a brain? Yeah. What did the brain say? Abnormal. You brought me an abnormal brain? Yeah. You made me put an abnormal brain in a 7-foot tall, 64-inch wide monster. Oh, I see the problem. Sorry.
If you understand that reference, good job.
Every time someone mentions something about brain, I just think of Abby.
Honestly, it's
normal.
It's got that kind of comedy though.
Oh.
Double Fine is all about like weird comedy. I mean, they literally made a fucking game called Brutal Legend, which is a rock star that's super buff and beats shit with music. Yeah, there you go, Young Frankenstein. And it's voiced by Jack Black.
Oh.
It's that comedy. It's
Dude,
that kind of weird fucking comedy.
I would probably like that game then.
Nah, man, he's a roadie. Oh. But it's got like really interesting gameplay. The level design is really fun. What do you mean?
Oh, it doesn't play great. Oh, damn.
I mean, I'm saying the comedy. I'm not saying the style of the gameplay. But it's got like the weird kind of comedy throughout all of it.
I do like weird comedy.
That at the very least as a kid I thought was fucking funny. But like it's a beat 'em up for like 2 hours and it's a really bad RTS. Really? That's weird. That does not make sense. Okay. Why would it be a real time whatever.
Did you not play it?
No, I would not play it. I only just know of the comedy behind it. That's really it. It didn't look that good. I knew it wasn't that great. So.
And he's over here hyped for the second one.
No, he's talking about Brutal Legend.
I'm confused and lost in this conversation. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not Brutal Legend, the Jack Black game.
Oh.
That's not great.
Okay.
The first Psychonauts, yes, I have played.
Okay.
I haven't been able to. I didn't beat it because again, it feels like this is a weird thing in the PS2 era. The final boss is stupid hard. It's unfairly hard.
I feel like back in the
Psychonauts is amazing.
Okay. I feel like back in the PS2 games, they did not know how to scale bosses.
It kind of feels like it.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you kind of look at everything, you're like, why is this so hard?
What's Infamous, the first one, PS2 or is that PS3?
That was PS3.
Okay. I was about to say, did that have a really hard final boss? Do you even remember who the final boss is?
Yeah. No, that wasn't a really bad final boss. That was actually a really fun final boss.
Looks like a fake fan.
No, that was a really good fucking final boss.
Here's the Xbox stuff we know. Halo, Fable, State of Decay 3, Forza, Senua's Saga. I don't even know what that is. Senua.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very hype about most of those except Halo, probably.
Wow. Well, we know some like smaller ones. There was the one that was like that bow game that kind of looked like Breath of the Wild and was very like mobility based. Maybe it wasn't Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. Like,
yeah, I can't remember.
Onward? No, that's the Pixar movie. I can't remember what it's
Hell
called.
yeah, brother.
Cool. Avowed. That's it. Yes, Avowed. Avowed looked pretty good.
Avowed looked cool.
It
wasn't anything.
I mean, well, I guess it's. Is it Xbox Game Studios? I don't fucking know. It looks like a smaller game that I'm interested in. That's what I'm saying.
I would say that. I mean, but if we're talking 2020 years, Halo's out of the picture.
True. Though I am very excited for Halo.
Yeah, that if a Halo was still 2020, sure, yeah, easily. Yeah. And I'd probably get the digital version of the Xbox just to play Halo.
I hope it comes to Game Pass.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Wait, why wouldn't you just play it on PC?
Dude, do you think my PC can run some of these games?
I would hope by then you have another PC.
I would too, but I mean, I'm looking at me right now. And
it will be on Game Pass 100%. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, no, if it is, I'm not buying an Xbox. I'll just save money towards a PC.
Excuse me. I will say, the Xbox Series S I'm pretty interested in. Not all first-party stuff is on Game Pass. Yeah, I know. Or no, all? You're saying all. I guess I don't know how much of theirs is first party. So, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll just have it on Game Pass.
I think they said that. It's like
they said everything that's shown is coming to Game Pass. Are you okay? You crying?
No, I just yawned so hard.
So I'm okay.
I literally just like popped my jaw.
You can go under the table if you need to cry for a minute.
I didn't know this was a thing from the beginning.
We labeled that cry corner.
Cry chamber.
The cry chamber.
I yawned and like popped my jaw.
How did you do that? Stop. Don't harm our audio listeners like this.
It's fucking loud.
Then again, we did immediately crack.
We like
bones in our body.
Fucking just broke apart here.
Every time I do that around my mom, she's like, "Stop! You're gonna make me throw up." It's like, that's funny.
I used to pop my jaw and then I'll play around my mom, and she'd be like, "You do it one more time, I'm gonna hit it out of place.
I'm gonna make sure it stays out of place."
I was like, "Shut up, mom! You're not." And then I did it one more time. She chased me around the house. That was when I was actually fit and skinny and I could run around.
Run.
Yeah, I was like,
"Nah, you were an archer. You probably just went on all fours and went."
I'm holding onto the ceiling like, "You can't get to me.
You cannot touch me.
You're too short. You can't reach the top of the door frames. I've seen you."
And that's what you gotta do. Did you ever do this thing in your house? This is so off topic, where you would like put both feet on each side of the door frame and just climb up?
Oh yeah. Dude, pretty sure there's a picture of me somewhere where I was out in the garage. You know those metal poles you have out in the garage?
Yeah.
I had climbed it for some reason, only using my hands.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I was holding onto it, and I was just holding it. And my dad and mom were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just hanging out." And my dad labeled it like the first punt or something, because I literally just said, "I'm just hanging out," and he was just like, "Yeah,
nice."
And then I remember I got in trouble one time because the hallway upstairs, when I was finally like tall enough, I just like put legs, arms, crawled all the way up above the door.
I would do that. I'm pretty sure there's a picture of me doing that
Yeah.
too. Like we have like there's like a super small one that I would just like go.
Yeah,
just go. I'm climbing up,
dude.
bitch.
I was like, Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I hang there and I'm like,
I'm Spider-Man.
and then my sister got so mad at me because I accidentally fell on her. But it was cool. It was cool.
Accidentally.
Somebody shouldn't have stole my fucking toys.
So do you think? So you really don't have anything that for Xbox?
Not really, unless some like new titles get announced.
Not Forza. Get off my fucking show.
Get off. No, I've never been one for racing games except
I haven't
SRL.
either. You know what? Fair. For the Destiny racing was the best part.
Yeah.
What about Switch? This year? I don't.
Hey, can you do that like whole list of games coming out again? That'd be cool.
No, I'll pull it up. I don't really think there is any on the Switch. Maybe just that 3D All Stars, which I mean just came out yesterday.
Hades is cool.
Yeah, you know that probably is your most anticipated, even though it just came out.
Yeah.
Wait, did Doom Eternal really come out for fucking Switch? That's kind of funny.
Y'all should come play Forza. Oh, dude. All right. Forza on a 4K does sound good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's mostly why people play racing games, is because they're very hyper realistic looking.
Yeah. Not at that point. I think
Bakugan. That's my most anticipated game for the Switch.
I forgot that's
Bakugan,
coming.
Champions of Restoria.
But my dad likes racing games, so if we end up getting a play or the Xbox, he'll probably end up playing it.
What the fuck?
And he has a 4K TV, so
The Kingdom of Hearts fucking the music game is $60.
the rhythm game.
Yeah.
That's stupid. There should be no way.
Oh, duh. The fucking Hyrule Warriors thing. That's my actual.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot that was coming out this year.
That's
yeah,
fun.
that's what I'm excited for. Because I always have liked the. I've always liked the idea of Hyrule Warriors. And like, I can't remember what they're Dynasty Warriors. The Dynasty Warriors series. All of those are Hyrule Warriors is a spinoff of Dynasty Warriors, just themed in Zelda stuff. Dynasty Warriors does a lot of spinoffs. They did one for Persona 5. Muso style? I don't know what that is. But that's definitely my favorite, or my most anticipated, because I love the whole story of the Breath of the Wild and just like the whole aesthetic, and for it to be for the Dynasty Warriors gameplay to be a part of it, I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean,
That's definitely what I'm most
I
excited.
remember seeing you and being like,
Okay, that's what Dynasty Warriors style is. I got you. Muso style.
Yeah,
Never heard of that.
No, that looks fun. It looks like a fun, just like, hey, get out all your anger on this big group of enemies that you're overpowered for.
Bagel and Tuke have met each other. Not gonna lie, I think Pikmin 3 Deluxe is gonna be legit. That's true. I do want to get Pikmin 3.
I've never played a Pikmin game.
I only played, I want to say, the first one on GameCube for a bit. But literally, the only memory I have of playing it is selling it.
Wait, hold on. No, I know my game.
Uh-huh.
Pokemon Snap.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Dude,
do we know when that comes out?
No, but I'm still hype about it.
That's fair.
I
know a
know-
lot of people are excited about that.
No, not 2021.
Oh, rip.
Because that was like the one big information of Pokemon that came out. I was like,
Well, the one big that people actually cared about.
yeah, that's true. Still mad that
Care
we're
about
not.
the mobile one. I'm going to get 3D All-Stars at some point. Mine should be coming in today. My game, I ordered it from GameStop, and it should be coming today. I'm waiting for it, and it's not here, and I'm angry. I'm actually going over to hang out with my parents later tonight. I have a feeling I'm just going to be like, Switch, Mario.
That's cool. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Spaghetti.
Okay, do you know It's Tight got mine yesterday? Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Do you know the whole, like, from Super Mario 64, the L is real thing?
Yes.
You know all about that? Okay, I'll give a brief explanations for people that don't know. In Mario 64, there is this little fountain in some part of Peach's castle that has, like, some inscription on it that is super hard to read because, you know, it was 64 era. It's the graphics aren't, or the textures aren't that great.
Yeah.
But But someone said L is real, and then some sort of date on there, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2040p, 240p is rough. Yeah. And everyone was like, dude, that means Luigi's in the game. Holy fuck. That's awesome. But for the longest time, no one was able to find Luigi until like a month ago where they found code that said Luigi was going to be in there, but never was. Anyways, so people were like, holy shit. When they heard 3D All-Stars coming out, like, holy shit. We're going to be able to see what it actually says. It's going to have updated graphics. It looks the exact same. The texture is no different.
That's awesome.
No one can read it. And everyone's like, no! After all these years!
They're sitting there just like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, that I've heard that's the biggest complaint is they're kind of shitty ports. They're pretty just like, all right, we grab that. We're just gonna put it there and grab that. Just put it there and grab that. Just put it there.
How do we make
and there's
money?
There's not. It's just a straight up port, which I can understand why people aren't okay with it. I'm okay with it because I haven't played Mario 64 or Sunshine.
You haven't played 64?
I played the DS version, but even then I was more interested in the mini games. Dude, the Yoshi mini game where you pull the flower and
Right,
she
no,
loves
that-
me, she loves me not. It's a good game.
That's fair. That's fair.
It was a good game.
I did play that one a lot.
So I played part of it, but like I didn't play it the actual 64 version or the actual GameCube version for Sunshine. And I would if they weren't fucking like $80
Right.
each.
Yeah, they were so hyped that they just went up in price and it was really bad.
Yeah, I mean
that's
how Nintendo is. Especially we're kind of in that whole cycle where excuse me. We're like games and consoles on eBay are starting to be like priced super high because people are feeling nostalgic. So
honestly, the only other game that I'd be super hyped for and be willing to pay like $60 is if I did get a remaster of Diamond and Pearl. But
I can believe that.
I don't want it to be a stupid little 3D. I want the old sprites.
Do you?
I love the old
I
sprites.
feel like I agree,
Yeah.
but I do not believe that. What's their name? Game Freak is going to do that.
They're not. I mean,
They're going to make it 3D. They would never do that. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
They would never.
The old sprites are so nostalgic.
I do love the old sprites.
Like even if they did like what they did in Black and White, which was like a mix between 3D and 2D.
Oh yeah, I do kind of remember that.
Yeah,
it looked weird though.
Yeah, but I mean, it still was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I just don't like the new. Like, I didn't really like the way Sword and Shield looked.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't like Sword and Shield that much.
I was like,
It ran at like 14 FPS. Did it really?
eh.
That's funny.
Dude.
You know, actually, I kind of remember. This is gonna be such a weird little tidbit, but I remember that because someone in like a middle school would always like bring their DS and they were playing Black and White, which I was like, I would just lean over and be like, oh, I haven't really followed Pokemon that much. We're not getting into the Sword and Shield.
We're
debate.
not doing that right now.
But I was like, oh, I haven't really seen much about Black and White. I'll just watch him, and then we would like hang out on the bus every so often. And then randomly, he just showed me porn on the DS. I was like, and this was okay. So I used to be like super innocent, especially in middle school. So I had no idea what I was looking at.
That's funny.
I was just like, okay, what's this? And it was just like a topless woman walking across the street, which for your first porn to be public porn, that was weird. I was
It's at a high bar.
I was very confused as to what I was seeing. I was like, dude, just fucking put Pokemon back on. What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
I don't give a damn.
I don't care about these. Weird looking Pokeballs.
I don't care about I don't care about women. Go the fucking back to Pokemon. I want to see what Tepig's doing right now.
Women cringe. Give me my Tepig back.
Yeah, so middle school was weird.
Yeah. First of all right, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I actually really like those games.
I know next to nothing about them.
I don't like their starters. I don't which one was starters? No, I don't like their starters. Well,
There was a Poplio,
Rowlet and
Litten. Yeah.
All right, Rowlet's final form was cool. Litten's final form was cool. Those were it. And Cineroar was awesome. What I really liked about the Ultimate or the Ultras was at the end when you go up to the mountain, you could go through this portal. And it was like a tiny little minigame. The further you went, the rare Pokemon you could find.
That's cool.
And you could find like legendaries in the portals and everything. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah that's cool.
That's kind of cool.
And it was a fun end game because I mean you could literally just sit there for hours and go through. And I mean it was battling and whatever. And I was like, all right. Does Dylan play games? All he said is the episodes. I don't know what this is. I haven't played that. I need to play that.
We played different games. I already know I have a lot of games I need to play.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like where your criticism comes a lot from, is that you haven't played a majority of games.
That's fair.
And that's why you're kind of like, I don't know how to feel about this. And it's like, because you haven't played the predecessor in a word in a sense.
I mean, I'm down to play Pokemon games. Probably, I don't know. I've heard a lot of weird things about Sword and Shield.
Oh, Sword and Shield's okay. Like I said, it wasn't for me, and I don't like that they did a DLC version.
Y'all come to my place and just blast through all gaming history. That's true.
Honestly, that sounds like a great fucking weekend.
That would be dope. We'll play more Tony Hawk. I want to play Tony Hawk.
I haven't played Tony
Literally,
Hawk.
though, you could. I believe you. I believe that you could easily just like sprawl out a bunch of games.
That
NES
would
to now.
Really good. I would want you to pick that out though. I want you to be like, all right, these are the games you guys need to play. You know, I don't want us to decide. I want you to be like, here's the games you need to know and everything about it leading up to it.
Just keep using Uke like that. That's cool.
No, I'm just saying.
He says, yeah, I got you.
I feel like you would know better than anybody
I feel
else.
like he would love to do that. Yeah. That's probably his dream.
I feel like we'd be like lab rats. He'd be sitting behind like a double-sided window going.
Taking down notes.
Yeah, he'd be like, okay. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. More. I have a refined palate.
Just randomly, I got cheese.
If you beat this part in Mario, you get some cheese. Gotta beat it.
Corn. That does sound really fun. That sounds like a really fun, like event type deal. Yeah, it really would.
Plus, it would be a good podcast episode. Yeah, that's true.
We need to get you on the podcast more. Honestly.
I mean, hey, anytime he wants to come out. Oh, by the way, listen to Stream Elements. Make sure to follow the stream.
Thank
you. Reminded when we go live.
Yeah.
Stream Elements, best boy.
8 people away.
Woo. You have anything else you want to mention? That's basically about it for me. I hope PlayStation and Xbox I hope Xbox, doesn't fuck up their pre-orders like PlayStation. We'll see.
It's gonna be chaotic. Again, I feel like even if when they come out, if I do decide to get an Xbox, it will be a Christmas type deal.
True.
But that's just...
I think I'm fine with Game Pass right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Game Pass is coming to PC, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, it's already on PC.
Well, then I'm not worried about it.
Well, never mind.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. What is happening? What is with that? I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but every so often throughout the day, there's just been creaking doors, and I'm not a fan of it. It's really starting to freak me out. Just randomly out here.
Well, I'm glad you heard that too, because for a second I thought somebody opened the door. I'm like,
no, it's been it is spooky season. Oh my god.
Hold on.
Oh my god, where's it going? What are you doing?
Defend yourself, brother.
Okay. We'll hold these just in case.
We got our chaos blades. We're fine.
We'll be good.
Yep.
You watch it, ghosts. We got these blades. What is that?
There's a chain stuck in it from when I broke it apart as a kid.
Nice. But yeah, I think that'll wrap it up. We got a couple things before we go. Next week there will not be a podcast because Sean and I will be out actually at his sister's wedding. So we will be busy doing that, which also means next Friday we will not have a stream for same reason. We have to go over there and help set up.
Yep.
But Monday and Wednesday there will definitely be a stream. But the week after next, we will for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Sean will be gone on a vacation, and it'll just be me doing a solo stream. We're either gonna do Persona 4 Golden or Devil May Cry 5. Still kind of up in the air which one I want to do.
Right.
But that's basically about it. We are 8 followers from affiliate on Twitch. So as soon as we get 50 followers, we are able to be affiliated, and as soon as we're affiliated, we're going to do a massive 12-hour stream with some friends.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff planned for that.
So. We have a bunch of cool things planned to do for that. So if you're not already followed, go check us out at twitch.tv/.
Yes,
and
bagel.
Peach.
And
yes.
Peach.
And as soon as we get affiliated, we'll have a Peach emote just for some bagel. So if you're not already following our Twitch, go to twitch.tv/Identity Crisis Show and go give us a follow so you can help us out, get to affiliate, and know when we're live. And check us out on everything. Yeah. So,
it's still really weird that we have like 250 downloads on the podcast on that one site.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say thank you to everyone that's been listening to our podcast. We just last week hit 250 downloads on our overarching thing. So thank you all for listening. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. We're very, very appreciative.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
But
I'm gonna go take a shower and try to make something of the day.
it's a rare thing for you.
I know.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have to also prepare shit for a wedding in the coming days.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh wait, my grandfather's coming in Wednesday. Fucking people pog. I'm so happy about that, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna make him be on stream. He's gonna hate it.
We should have him on stream. That'll be funny.
We're gonna come down here, and I'm gonna make him like say something on Wednesday, and
that'd be funny.
He's gonna be here like, oh, I hate this. I can't wait.
Make sure you follow to go check that out.
Yeah, you gotta you gotta see it. He's great.
All right, we'll catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Adios.